Good to see you guys.
If no one's gonna ask, I could ask.
Yes, who is this?
Okay.
Please introduce yourself.
Hi, it's Hannah.
Hi, Hannah.
Thank you. So I would like to ask if you could describe what does it mean to be a fully grounded woman in her feminine and also very spiritual at the same time.
Um, it just generally, or it's in regards to specific you, expression of you in life. I like to actually deal with a specific case because generally it could be all sorts of different answers.
Specifically, one second. Specifically could be great. I wanted to know like how do you what how do you define grounded and also spiritual, because there's different definitions.
Right. Okay, so I hear what you're saying. When I refer to being grounded, I mostly mean being balanced. When I feel a person is too spiritual or trying to be too kind or trying to be too perfect or too refined, that is not balance. When you look towards a specific expression or specific manifestation of you. Being grounded means I'll bring examples, and if you have more specific examples in regards to this topic, you will bounce it against me, okay? So if let's say a person says something to me and I pick it up, there's too much spirituality going on, it's off balance, and I say to them, when somebody comes up, I want you to be able to say, why are you here? What do you need? What is it that you need? And I sometimes say it when people intuitively pick up connection with spirits, not only with human being, right? They pick up from the dream, or somebody comes occasionally in the dream, or they pick up like the vibe or of somebody in their house. Instead of just trip over it and just like spiritually connect to it, be grounded and say, what is it that you need? What can I do for you? And be able to say, no, I'm not interested to give you that. Not at this time. Is there anything else? No, leave. This is being grounded. How does that sit with you?
Yeah, I hear. I'm
Yeah.
just
So spiritual doesn't always mean right. Be able to be spiritual, sometimes you regulate, you order, you set the tone, you decide. Even within spiritual realm, you have to give orders, right?
yeah.
Anything specific you want to discuss in regards to that, or you just wanted a clarification of definition?
I'm saying even if you give orders, sometimes they people override your boundaries without because how do you place people to respect your boundaries?
You start acting in a certain way. You don't ask them to respect you. You don't order them to respect you. You act in a way that they cannot disrespect you. You
Can you
set
give
the
an
tone.
example?
You walk into the room in a specific way. You enter specific discussion in a specific way. There is no way there will be disrespect there. You set the tone. It's a specific body language. It's the ability to mark the territory. It's ability to hold your gaze in a specific way. Hold your body, speak from your voice, not voice that is shaky, uncertain. Your own voice is extremely certain. Find that voice. When you speak like that, you kind of set the tone in a way that nobody, even the most powerful people, they cannot surpass your seeing you, honoring you, taking you into consideration. If you bounce against me certain examples, I could tell you where you are off. Let's say you say, Mr. A said this, I responded that. And I'll tell you what in your response is off or not enough. You hear?
Yeah, yeah. For example, if I deal with someone that they have to do certain things for me and they know in advance that they have to do it because my belongings are by them, for example. And then it came to a time when I had to ask them a question of why they did something. Of I needed them to explain to me, and then they ignored my question completely. And then I needed them to do I they ignored it, and then I needed them to do the task that they have to do. And I still after a few weeks reached out to them to do it, but I still didn't get my answer. They ignored it completely. That's called total disrespecting.
Right. So you're saying that, let's say, your suitcase is by someone, right? And
Hmm.
what does it have to do with you asking them in regards to that suitcase? Let's say, could you please open and get me a white shirt from the suitcase? And they ignored you? Like, what happened exactly?
So they had to send something from that specific suitcase, let's say. But if they didn't explain to me what happened there with their action, that something didn't go right, or if I questioned something that they did, and then they never answered me. But later, I needed to reach out to them to do the next thing, and I still did after a few weeks, even though they kept quiet.
Okay,
How
what
am
I
I supposed
pick
to
up
interact?
here
Yeah.
energetically, I don't understand like on a logical level, but energetically, I think there is balance, energetic balance, a kind of off here. What do they owe you? Why you tell them to do things? Do you pay them for the service? They receive some sort of benefit by investing their time and their attention towards your requests, or it's just a favor. What's going on? I think there is some offness here.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. Um,
For instance, you could say, I could send you $50. Could you do this favor or this for me by this time? I don't know what your relationship is. It could be, I'm sorry to take your time. I definitely would like to cover your time. Would you be able to do this for me? Over here, you in a way lock them in that they would be able to do it for you. Maybe not today, maybe tomorrow for sure, if they're out of town when they come back. But when it's just asking and waiting for something and the exchange of energies is unclear, what is this based on? Who is giving whom? If you give too much, if let's say you ask them to give you too much, then you become in debt. Then you owe them. And they waiting for their chunk to come. And that's why they're not responding and they ignoring you. It could be done very subconsciously, but that's what happens. Does that make
yeah.
sense?
Yes, yes. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So if you'll have anything else, you'll come back. Yes, I'll let other people ask questions.
Thank you.
Yes, my dear. Okay, anyone?
If no one is asking, can I just add now, or you
Of
would rather
course.
hear from them?
No,
Okay, so
people, everyone, just interrupt. If
yes.
she's towards the end, interrupt Hannah, please. Yes.
Come to my
Yes, I'm right here.
Okay.
come to my
So let's say it's a brother and sister interaction. So how could you
Mm-hmm.
be if the brother is more powerful, has more means than the sister? How could she also give him something?
You have a specific life energy that you need to honor. It's not the amount of money in your bank account or some sort of power trick that you have. You have to be in touch with what energy flows through you, and do you honor it yourself? If you disqualify your own life energy, then nobody will be able to value it. Your measurement of value is about certain power or status or character trait. It has nothing to do with that. People could put masks about them being puffed up and strong, but really energetically they're empty.
Right.
You,
Right. So what do I need to do?
you need to reclaim your power for yourself. You need to really connect to your own power and be honoring it and be able to really value it. I don't
You're
think you
saying I don't.
value your own energy. Yeah.
Oh, so that's what you're saying, that you feel like I don't value my energy?
Yeah, you kind of disqualify yourself comparing yourself to others. You is unique. There is no one like you. You cannot compete, you cannot measure. It's like saying what is better, tomatoes or apples? Apples is better
Right,
for
but you're
apples. Tomatoes
right,
is better.
right,
Right.
but but based on what you told me before, that what am I bringing into the relationship?
You have to, when you come in, if you value yourself, you would
Yeah.
automatically value other people's space, time, energy, input, and you would honor them. If they do something, whether it's your brother or anyone, if they want, they need to do something for you and they don't really benefit from it, right? You offer them payment, some sort of payment. You say, I'm willing to pay, I'm willing to pick up something for you, I'm willing to offer some of my help in that exchange.
Right, but they
And
know.
if a person says, no, it's my pleasure, I want to serve you, then maybe you could take. But initially, you want it to be a fair exchange.
Hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I feel there is a balance of like it's off balance energetically. Somebody is owing something more than they should. It should be always even. You should towards the end of the day, you should be even with everyone, right?
Yeah.
And if you are not able to, at least on words, you explain by next Monday, it's coming for the services you did. I think there is something going on there, and then emotionally you get drained through that. You know why people don't do that? I asked again. Never ask the second time. Don't get caught in begging, asking. If you asked once, a person is not deaf and not mentally not there. They heard you. There's something there. Try to slow
Right.
down, tune in, understand why there is no reply. Right?
Hmm. Yeah. Thank
All
you.
right. My pleasure. Anyone else? I want to hear your question, guys, if you have any. Some people are at work and they can't ask their questions.
The truth, I even don't know what to ask. For second day, I'm trying to find a question that I would like to ask, and it's kind of nothing comes to my mind. But I want
So,
to say thank you first of all. It's a great pleasure to learn from you, and I'm very happy that it's kind of came back to my life. And regarding to the previous lady that asked about honoring, it took me very long time to start to honor myself and not to be kind of being upset with others that don't respect me, And I want to tell you, yeah, sometimes people need more tools, probably, to believe they are loved, and they should start loving themselves. Then they gonna be free. This is how I came to this, because last 10 years were I always had difficult, but they were maybe the most difficult because they actually at the end brought me to new reality of tranquility.
Yeah.
And I've learned a lot on my own. I've learned a lot, through experience, through difficulties. And actually, even now, like we're talking about difficulties, we're talking about like days of Meitzarim right now, and we say it's still a blessing. It's a great blessing when you're going through sorrow, through pain, through difficulty, through, you just, if you remember that it's you coming into your reality that's going to be pushed into you through those difficulties, and you accept it, right, and you're thanking for those difficulties, you are appreciating whoever says you yes, whoever says you no, and then you're on the right path. Yeah.
I think the main point here that I wanted to stress about reclaiming your own strength, basically the offness in this happens when people don't connect to their own strength, and they feel they need to connect to others in order to collect some sort of exchange, and they become dependent on potential people that could be in their life or already existing people. Let's say job. You believe so much in your job, and the exchange you receive there, you give some time and some services and you get paid. So you believe in this system, but initially you have energy that flows through you. It has nothing to do with the job or the skills or the experience or your time. It's just initial flow that comes through you, and be connected to that flow. Maybe it's still rough, maybe it's not fixed yet in order to nurture others or be beneficial to others, but still that raw energy has value, right? You do have to put a lot of attention there, how to make it valuable in this world, how to adapt this energy into this world, but don't disvalue it being not yet equipped to benefit and serve others. Create that connection as raw as it is or as capable as it is to serve, regardless, it still has value to me. When you become valuable to yourself, that's the only starting point when you become valuable to others. You cannot convince others to value you when you disqualify yourself. And a lot of people go in those circles. They asking people, they begging people, they put their foot down, they disqualified me, they disrespected me. I'm going to leave those people. I'm going to punish them. But you will come across again the same story, because really it's not them the problem. They just reflect what you give yourself. And you just look at the situation and you say, no, I don't need to run away from them or explain to them, you need to behave better towards me. They actually reflecting to me how I am towards myself. And I'm so grateful for this specific reflection. I now know what to do. I'll
Exactly.
go and I will value myself. I need to learn how to do that.
Exactly. It's a long way to go to yourself, to inner core, to strengthen your inner core and believe in yourself. You exactly what I am just telling, that it took me a long time. And sometimes like people don't understand how to do it. you know. I don't talk right now about myself because I thanks God I'm right now more in connection with my inner world than outer world. Okay, and it's outer world is there for me as well, and I'm learning every day. I'm learning, yes, but just from my experience, I'm talking. It was pretty difficult, you know, to circle all the time on the same spot before you enter the right one, the right door. You know,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, to
Because we
go
have a program in us to be kind, to be giving, to be
exactly
considerate,
the
to
masks.
forgive.
Yes, yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
to forgive,
yeah,
to serve.
yeah,
But there
yeah,
has to be a fair exchange for every kindness that you
yeah.
give.
Yes,
At
yes,
least the person has to use it. Let's say you
yes,
give a person $1, or you say, this item that I'm giving you, it cost me $1, but I'm giving it to you for free. Does he need it? Because we get so
exactly,
stuck in this, oh,
exactly,
I'm giving this to a person because I want to look kind, and I'm giving something for free because I want to be kind. But that person doesn't treat it as a gift, doesn't value as a gift. It might not need that. It might need something else. He might or she might need something else. So there's two stories going on. You giving and them receiving or not receiving. You giving story, you're full of that. I'm kind. I'm becoming kind. I'm aparting from something that's valuable for me. But then you always have to remember where you're putting that into. Who is the receiver, right? And that part, some people miss, kind of, they don't even see it because they're stuck in their own story. So that's the idea here. The idea is whenever I give, I always have to know, is that received for benefits? If not,
exactly,
you reclaim it back. Always take back what you gave just because you wanted to play a game being kind. Energetically, just practice that at the end of the day. Just say, I'm reclaiming everything I gave beyond balance. I'm reclaiming my energy back. Your energy is extremely valuable to you. It's given for your own path, for your
yes,
own life, for
mhm,
your own gifts to be unpacked. It's not just random energy that you could just like decide to play kind. So always reclaim back. Just yesterday, I was speaking to someone, and over there's a long story, a divorce, long time ago, people got divorced, but this whole mental connection, they're not together for a long time, but mentally, they are giving and receiving and taking, and there's a whole big mess going on, energetic. And each time this emotions come up, let's say, oh, if the person will remarry before me, oh, if they get more successful than me, oh, I hope they will get worse partner than they could handle, they would value me finally, like blah blah blah. Like there's a lot of revenge stories going on, yeah, and especially in the messed up marriages or previous marriages that partners live together. So where is my where am I putting it into? Why am I giving my energy so much into something that is not of value for me? And you need to be a boss of that energy. You need to sit and just once and for all decide, no thoughts enter my mind in regards to that person. And if it comes, you cut it off right immediately, right there. You cut it off. On emotional level, you pick up. If you want to feel, I think what she mentioned was there's one time that they came across each other and there was like a brief conversation, and she wanted the guy to say something like, I miss us spending time together, blah blah blah, basically evaluating her of higher value, right? But I said to her, pick that up, pick that piece up, and say to yourself, I'm waiting for somebody to approve of me, to to make me important, to make me valuable. Take it away from him. Don't keep it in his domain. It's yours. Bring it back to yourself. You could give yourself that value. You say, you are an amazing woman. You are beautiful. Don't wait for a random guy that is not even your husband anymore to acknowledge you. You hear how off that all is? You're basically, part of you is sitting in his energetic field, waiting to get approved. And this is off. And we are spread like this. And then we say, how come I wake up tired? How come I don't have energy to make my goals come through? How come I set goals and I don't follow up? Because my energy is everywhere and I need to bring it back to myself. It's mine. I'm in charge.
I have a
Does that make
question now.
sense?
Yes, it makes
Yes.
a lot of sense. And I have a question now. Like, as I was saying before, like you on the same circle all the time before suddenly, Erica, I found you. I know I shouldn't give it away. Like this is what my question is. Why for certain people this understanding comes sooner and for certain people it's come later? Is it was programmed as well for certain people to have it later or to have it sooner? This is what
Because some people have benefits in being in that kind of locked in victim mode.
Okay.
Uh, there is some benefits there to be victim. Somebody is draining me. Somebody is using me. There's
Okay.
benefits in that. And that means there has to be somebody else that is going to rescue me. I'm looking for that terror, so to speak, to rescue me and to save me. Whenever I play a victim, I subconsciously look for this grandiose entering of this winner to win me over. And I recommend drop all of those patterns. Nobody is going to reclaim you. Nobody is going to save you from the bad guys. You are only in charge. You're in charge to decide not to be a victim, to decide not to wait for a rescuer. You decide that you are in charge. And the minute you drop the benefits, you basically, like some people have this spin. If I'm not a victim anymore, they can't even imagine looking in interacting with another man because they always have to be a victim because he always that next dude has to save her, right? But why does he need to save her? If he doesn't save her, there is no attraction. And like a lot of clients that I have, they don't see there could be an attraction there. Only in case of being saved, they actually see, oh, the guy is helping me and saving me and doing all those things for me. And that's how we build attraction. No, attraction could come when you're totally fine and you don't need anyone saving you. You could be attracted. Just as simple as that. Nobody needs to save anyone from anything, right? So
Yeah.
just drop that game. People linger to it, they hold on to it in order for that story to unpack.
Okay. This is a human, like we say, mask behavior. I completely understand whatever you're saying. My question was, I'm talking about destiny. Maybe somebody signed a contract before he came to this earth to suffer because he has to suffer certain amount. Maybe somebody came to be like very happy changing his ways because he has, like, I'm talking about the destiny. I'm talking about the blessing that everybody comes to this earth. Okay, I'm talking about contracts that we're signing before we come here, and things that happening to us. How do we take it? Like one has
Okay.
very fast brain and say, Erica, I know I should change my direction right now, but somebody else will sit in this years and years, like me, before it will come, this opening,
Right.
from all this misery, This is my
There is
question.
definitely a destiny. There is
Yeah.
definitely a destiny.
Yeah.
But in regards to suffering, we just have to understand this world has suffering in it. It
Mm-hmm.
regardless whether I chose before coming or not, this world has equal bad and good in it. And it
Mm-hmm.
was designed in such a way that it has to be here. Also, yesterday's discussion that I had, I took a walk and I spoke to someone. It was basically a full session. So the story is like this, and I'll bring you an example here. With how do we deal with things that are draining us and is part of suffering? Let's say a woman says, let's say, I've been hurt so many times in a marriage. Yeah. I don't think I want to remarry again. That it was a specific question. And she keeps on saying those negative thoughts that enter my mind. And I know there are some different parts of thoughts that occasionally visit me, but it's lonely. She's pretty young. It's lonely to be alone. It's better to have a partner. So she goes, I just go and play this ball back and forth. First, in a negative thought, I sit and I like, no, all men are losers. There's not a single guy that is normal. I'm not going to put myself through hell anymore. This is all done and finished with. I'm fine. I'm regrouped and recollected. I just want to live for myself. And then there's a second thread of thoughts that are like inviting, but let's give it a try, la la la. So how do you come out from this? Is the marriage good or bad for this specific person? Is she supposed to suffer by her destiny? Was she meant to suffer again or not? Like, how do you solve this problem, this puzzle? So in order to solve it, you have to accept both sides. You have to say, every happy woman is a part of this collective world, and she carries in her a memory of all the pain of all the women that ever suffered in the relationship with a man. We are a carrier of that information. We already checked in this world, and this world has information about all the pain that was ever in the relationship. And she could be very happy woman. She personally had no suffering with men, let's say, right? Or we could say the woman that personally had a lot of suffering, she also has a memory of beautiful love stories packed in her throughout ages between man and woman, because we are collective information too. So you just sit and say, no matter how well I do or how bad I do, I carry inside me good memory and bad memory. And it will never change. Until I'm in the body, I will always be a carrier of guys are losers and guys are great. It will always be in me. Once you accept that, it's not a surprise that this thought came to you. It's not, what do I do with that thought? I'm lost, and how can I, overcome it? It's not a surprise. I always been a carrier of that information, and I forever will be a carrier of that information. When I fall in love with the guy and I can't live without him, at the same time, I carry information that women throughout ages used to hate guys. At the same time, I'm just not tuned into that
Mm-hmm.
part of me, right? So
Mm-hmm.
first you accept, first you say yes. When you say yes, in my home, there are two different voices. It's like example I like to give. You sit in the car and you have two kids in the back, right? If you all of a sudden surprised that they're there, it's a bad news. But if you know that they're there and you know they're sitting in their car seats and you know you are controlling them, you know exactly what's going on, you know what's happening. They're not going to appear all of a sudden in the front seat and driving a car for you, right? They will
Mhm.
always be in the back seat in your mind, knowing what's going on. So when those thoughts pop in, you are still in charge. You're like, oh, I know it's part of me. It's not a big news, not a big deal. It will come and go. It's okay. The main thing here, bottom line, once you accept that those thoughts come and go, then you say, I'm not going to break my head about should I get married next? Should I not get married next? To solve that, you say, right now I'm single and this is perfect for me.
It's
If there
exactly.
are if there are lessons for me to learn still in this reincarnation between man and woman, trust me, I'll be notified. The guy is going to stand right in front of me and things will start moving. And it will be exactly in the time when I'm ready to handle him and he's ready to handle me. And he's going to play his part and I will play my part. And it will all happen. I don't need to think or decide or wish or regret. It will happen if it has to happen. Just go on with your today's life. What's today is bringing for you, this is what you need to be busy with. If you need to get married, you will be notified. Trust me. Higher realms will explain to you how to handle that situation. And then you will know, should you get married or not? You will absolutely know when the guy will be in front of you. So just put all the unnecessary processes aside. Is it destiny? Is it not? What's destiny is that we are talking on Zoom right now. This is destiny. How
Mhm.
much tomorrow will bring and what tomorrow will bring, we will deal then. We don't know and we shouldn't know. That's part of the game. Does that make sense?
It's a big sense. Whatever you're saying, it's all lying down. I'm already on the, как сказать по-английски, плодотворную почву. Yes, like
Mhm.
my status today is a single, and I'm very happy. I never entertain my mind if I meet somebody or don't meet somebody else. I don't care. And I carry in myself good memories, bad memories. But it's today. It wasn't 10 years ago. Right now, thanks God, I'm feeling it. It's just, whatever you say, it's all great. I hope it's helped somebody else to feel the same way. I'm very happy to be in my position.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a person could say, "Oh, I'm not happily married." So that's the whole thing. How do you go out from it? Being miserable now or being grateful now? In order for you even to leave the unhappy marriage, you have to accept this moment. You have to
Ex-
say, maybe I'll work towards leaving this unhappy setup, but I'm so grateful for today.
Yes.
Today is perfect for my development. And the minute we start accepting this moment right now, we could work towards bettering the next moment. But when we're in denial or we don't accept this moment, we're fighting with this moment, we're forever going to be stuck here.
Yes.
Right.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
I hope other
Can
people.
you say what you mean by when you're in denial of this moment? What
Yes.
can you explain that further? Why what do you mean? Denial of what?
Denial of anything. I was bringing this example also yesterday in regards to my late husband that passed away. Yeah, it was an amazing scene for me to observe and to learn from. Like there's a tendency, a person is dying. It is no, like, you don't have to be a genius or a mystic or like a aloof person to recognize if he's on hospice bed and he's barely moving, he's lost tons of weight. There is no two thoughts about it. Not today, maybe tomorrow, not tomorrow, maybe in a week. And there were people coming, a lot of friends, good friends. And I was just standing, I was constantly next to my husband. I was standing, and there's this constant talk of denial. Like, blah, 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 you will live forever, you're a strong man, everything will work out. And I was wishing for just one sentence. We had such an amazing connection as friends. I just want to thank you for that beautiful friendship. Just honorably say goodbye. Honorably acknowledge what is
Mm-hmm.
actually going on. Don't fly off in some story baloney that is like blah, 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 blah. You will live forever. God will help you. Mashiach will come, and who knows what else. You are right now at this moment. This is your friend. Say goodbye. Just honor this moment.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go anywhere. Stay here. You know,
That's what
when I
that's
was
what you mean.
divorcing,
That's what you mean by being grounded, right?
that's what I mean by being not in denial
Yeah, but that's
and
grounded.
grounded too.
Yeah.
Yeah, accept what is. This is what it is. Death is part of life. Life is part of death. It's all one mix. It's all one part of the game. We can't just assume people don't die. There's no such thing. You have to really give space in human life for death. Not when they die, but right before they die, so you actually could say goodbye like a human being, not like a freaky who knows what, you know? Just acknowledge. I remember when we got divorced with my first husband, right? Right before the get, we gave each other a hug
Oh my
and we
God.
thanked each other. We just
Wow.
said honorably, it was beautiful. We could not continue going together. And to me, this is a conclusion because people could get a divorce, but they actually not divorced. They're still in their thoughts, spinning and spinning and spinning. And he said, and she should have, and he could have. No, should have, could have. It's the end. Give a hug, shake a hand. It was beautiful. End. So to me, this is not learn to conclude, learn to end honorably. Don't think you ended, but it didn't. You get my point? To me, this is denial is a huge part of a lot of people's attachment issues, not knowing how to let go, forgive, forget,
Could you
just
teach us how
sign
to
out.
let go? Could you teach us how to let go?
By honoring, by just saying it was beautiful, acknowledge what this relationship or this unit gave you. It was not meant to give you the whole world till the end of days. It's here for a specific segment. It's here for the specific part of your flow. It's not here for stay. It's not here for life. It's not here for afterlife. It's here for the specific glimpse. And that was so beautiful, you know? And I remember my husband was spinning with those thoughts, Mashiach will come, life will continue, we'll forever live. And then at the end, like we were left alone, which was a rare story. It's either part of the family or some other people. And we're left alone in this room. And he goes to me, Miriam, if this is the end, that means that's the best for my soul. I said, yes, Ephraim. If this is where you go next, that means this is the best. That's
Mm-hmm.
what's next. And he just gives me this deep look with his beautiful blue eyes. And he kind of got it. Like there is no need to like run away to the denial world. Accept and receive the benefit of what is next. Don't assume for yourself, my next is going to be that. What's next for me is so deep and so beautiful. And I even said, for me to be a widow with a little kid, that apparently is my next. And this will be the best for me for that time. And that's it. There is no two ways about it. Just sit with it. And that's how you let go of that make believe stories that don't exist, right? Oh, of course, the best is if he stays alive and raise the kid with me together, and the best for a child to have a dad. Don't go there. Just stay with the reality. If this is more realistic next, that means it's for all of us the best. Yes, it will be tough. When nobody denies that it's not painful. Not for the soul that is departing. It's not a not painful process. They also go through stages of transformations. And for those that are here, it's not painful process. It is painful, but it doesn't mean that it's not the best. Right? It is painful. And pain transforms us, develops us, matures us. Pain is good, is our good friend. We go to gym, we pay money, and then we die from the muscle pain, right? Right?
Yeah.
So the pain is actually has some benefit. Nobody says it's not painful. Best does not mean that it's not painful, but you kind of feel out right now and my next moment are packed with benefits for me. Packed. And that's how you let go. People that not able to let go because they have some story going on that they're attached to. Does that make sense?
So beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, so let go of that story, that imaginary story. We don't need to be prophets. We don't need to see through. We don't need to be super intuitive. You could tell what's next. If people are fighting day and night, probably they will end up getting divorced. If they cannot apart from each other, probably they will stay together for the next year at least, or half a year, right? So just like probably that's what, if a woman is looking pregnant, she probably will give birth. Like there is no, you don't need to become like a magical something. She'll probably give birth. So you wish her everything should go smooth. And that's it. That's what's next for her. And that's how we should live our life. And letting go of that, oh, we shouldn't get divorced. If we're fighting, we should overcome that. No, if you're fighting and that's where it's leading to, and both of you are not interested to fix it, that means you should work towards the going your own ways. And that's the reality. Don't push anything, don't force anything to happen. Right? That's letting go.
Anyway, sorry, I wanted just to tell that I really appreciate every moment, every word, and everything. But I still want to ask a question, relying on your really good vision. When the higher conscious will come to most population,
Where is what?
when it's going to be happening, the higher conscious in the world for everybody.
Oh, it starts with me, just like Michael Jackson sang in a song. Look, in the mirror. It starts with the person that you look at, that reflects in the mirror. You start with yourself. This
Yeah.
is where the story begins. And everything that will surround you will reflect that. How much
Yeah.
honesty, how much groundness in that relationship between me and that reflection in the mirror. How much realness is there? And if you will be at most real, you will attract real people. You will attract honest people. And if you don't, that means you are not really honest with yourself. That's all it means. Yeah?
Thank you. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And there is always work to be done. Always.
And it's so
All
simple.
right. Anyone else? It is. Life is actually supposed to be simple. We complicate it. We make
Yeah.
it so impossible sometimes, but it's not meant to be that way. It's very simple. If we just say we are not here forever, all the relationships should go. They come and go. They're not here to stay. All this, I will marry next person forever and I will forever love
Why do
them.
they say
It
Binyan
doesn't
Adiyat?
exist. It
Binyan
doesn't exist.
Adiyat. What does that mean?
Binyan Adiyat is a spiritual concept. It's a tribal energetic power that everyone has in their field. We are forever connected to our tribal system, right? And we come here, we get checked in through them, and we get our life through them, and we get adapted into this world through their techniques, their methods, their abilities, their instruments, and we're forever loyal to that system. So there's always exchange that binyana they add. You own the system, and the system owes you, and you give birth to your children to continue that whole kind of tribal spin, and they nurture you and they support you and they lead you and they help you. There is some exchange going on, but it's not about you loving forever your partner and your partner forever loving you. It's not about that.
Mm-hmm.
It's about a certain system that you're checked in, and there is
But a
depth
lot
to
of
that,
people,
and
but
you
a
need.
lot of people in that system do stay with their spouse forever till they die.
Yeah, but they're most of them are not every moment of their life are happy. They're
Right.
deeply annoyed. They can't stand each other at some points. They wish they could be checked out. They were on the verge of getting divorced, but then they couldn't afford divorcing.
Right.
There were a lot in that mix. You know, it's not like they're in love for 69 years and they just can't stop looking at each other. It doesn't exist.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but respect exists in some certain like couples that I know. A lot of respect existing, a lot of honoring each other existing. Yeah.
Yeah.
There
Yeah,
are,
and it all starts with self-respect. If
yeah,
each partner individually know how to honor themselves, know how to make their own choices, know how to prioritize themselves, they could be very, very beneficial partner for others
yeah,
because it will never go off. They will be the center. If you put someone above you, that above you will always be knocked over and taken away. You always have to be number one in the relationship. Remember, you always come in as equal. You don't come in as their leader, or you are their student, or you are their daughter and you are their mother. You're always equal. Hey, I need personal space. Hey, I want to be left alone. You should be able to talk like that to your partner. If you're able to say what you want, do what you want, and prioritize that, that marriage is, I think, the most have success rates in history, because that's basically why it gets off when people are sacrifice, they give in, they try to bend themselves, and then it bounces back. It just fires back. It just like does not exist. There is no such plan in God's brain or head or system to create a marriage where there has to be endless sacrifice. You know what you need, you say what you need, and you do what you want and you need, and that's it. And stick to it. And a partner is the one that's supposed to live together with you, it's supposed to continue interacting with you. They will love exactly that in you, that you like that type of coffee, that you like to sleep in, that you like to clean your house in a freaky way occasionally. They will love those specific things that you will introduce about yourself. And that's how you know this is actually your partner. You didn't put a show. You didn't go to some college to become a better wife. You actually acting as it feels to you right. And he happens to be likes that in you. And that's where the honesty in the marriage comes in. So respect first it starts through you, not respecting him or respecting her. I respect myself, and that respect shows in our relationship, right? So being another did I answer that question?
Amazing. Thank you.
Yeah. A lot of people get confused. There's a lot of mystical
So
Kabbalah.
what does it mean to be a spiritual woman? Like for like because the religious thing is not, I don't think it's necessary. But what does it mean to be very spiritual?
very,
What does that mean to you? Let's first start with that.
To be connected for real to God, but But how? In which way do you connect to God? How is it to be on a high frequency? How could you be on a high frequency woman and very connected?
What does that mean to you first? Like, how would you answer if somebody says to you, what does that mean to you right now? You are very spiritual, or that woman is very spiritual. What does that mean? What do you put in it?
Hello.
What do you see in? Hello.
I would describe it as what you said, like doing what you have to do at that moment. That's the most precious moment
Yeah.
of your life.
Okay. So that to me also is spiritual enough, because you are connected. You're connected. You're in tune with yourself. That means all your parts are honored, are seen, and are reflected and shown into the world, right? So being spiritual doesn't mean you fly somewhere above this world. Spiritual means you bring something here and you allow it to shine through you. Let's say if you like to get dressed like that, this is your sense of style, or this is your sense of taste, or this is how you speak to people, right? You don't try to hide or cover it or get embarrassed by it. You try to express it naturally. This is what I am about. And that is not coming from this world. It's something that is channeling through you, that you are not trying to hide or push away or take away or maneuver in some way. You're trying to actually give it over. What comes through you, you give it over in a very respectful way. So to me, it's very spiritual process.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you, let's say you really appreciate this taste of this drink and you speak about it and you say, this drink speaks to me. Like, I really like this smell of coffee right now. This specific drink really speaks to me. And let's say your partner hates coffee. You're not going to say, oh, I'm going to skip saying that because he hates coffee. I'm just not going to talk about it. No, you could speak your truth. You could say, something about the smell of coffee really like lights me up. Speak about it. Be honest.
What's if you did and then they fly off the door handle because it's not their taste?
Right. So you train in the relationship, you train and you be able to hold space and say, oh, I know you don't appreciate coffee, but I felt like saying it right
And then they
now.
fly off the door handle and start cursing you just out of the blue like that.
Right. But you see, something is off here. That there was
I'm
there is a
saying, let's
story
say
prior to that.
when you were, what is the story? Because I went through this, and they weren't like that when you were getting to know them, but once you committed yourself, that's when they changed faces. How could it be?
So what's their explanation? You talking your truth, you like this drink of coffee and you're saying I enjoy it so much, and you stop. All you did
Yeah,
was shared what you enjoy.
yeah. For
Now
example,
why it triggers them?
why it triggers them. You can't even ask the question to them. It's just that you're seeing a disaster in front of you, and you explained at a different class that everything that you attract is really a reflection of you.
Right. So you have some kind of conflict inside.
Yeah, at times I feel like I couldn't express myself because I was with the wrong person.
But generally, to anyone else, are you able to express yourself? Are you able to speak your truth? Are you allowing yourself to speak your
If
truth?
I want to, I will. Why not?
So where's the
I have.
conflict? You have to
What? I have to what?
you have to get to that conflict. This person was reflecting some part in you that is conflicted, right? And you're grateful that this person pointed out to you some part in you that is conflicted, that you are not seeing, you are not able to understand it. So you do your personal work. This person reflected some conflict in me. I cannot see it in me. I really want to find, where am I that conflicted? Where I say something and then there is another voice in me comes in and just starts attacking me for just saying pure desire or pleasure that I'm taking in right now.
Is that how it is with everything, with every interaction?
Yeah,
Like,
we're
let's say,
extremely multi-level.
even if you're talking to like a person in school of your child that your child is attending, whatever someone tells you is a reflection of you.
What's a reflection is what feelings they woke up in you. Let's say if they say to you, "Oh, you look great today." Always look how that made you feel. Sometimes it makes you feel great. Sometimes it makes you feel miserable, even if they gave you a compliment.
What does that
That
mean?
feeling, that feeling that they woke up in you is pointing at something that that wants to kind of bring your attention,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else? We don't really have much time. I want to hear any other questions if you have. If not, we'll just wrap it up. I guess no questions. Anna, you have any questions? Alona, you have any questions? Oh, there's two Annas.
Hi.
Hi, my
Can
dear.
you hear me? I don't know if you can see me. I think I'm on like driving mode or something.
No, I
But
can't
I just
see you,
wanted to
but
say
I could
thank
hear you.
you. Okay, sure.
You wanted to say thank you and
Okay, here I
oh,
am.
yeah,
Hi.
I could see you.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so I wanted to say thank you. I had some questions, I guess, like as I was thinking about this, the Q&A, and then some of them just kind of turned into something else, and some got answered. And I think you touched on a lot of points during this hour when you're responding to other people. Um, I might
Okay.
I might re-listen and circle back to a couple of things, 'cause a lot of them were like, oh yes, that was an interesting point.
If
And
there's
the
any
thing about
question, yeah, you could always ask me in the
I guess
group.
yeah.
Yes.
Um, yeah, I guess that last part about everyone reflecting us. So even if someone is like, oh, okay, you can say like, this is definitely like a problem, like they're having their own kind of mental issues, but that's still a reflection of us, right? It's not by accident that we were part of this. Even
So,
if it's the person's own issues.
right, a person always has their issues. It's not always your issue. Don't make it your issue. It's their issue.
Okay.
They have some mental messed up stuff going
Yeah.
on, right? But there is a part from that story that plays
Hmm.
for you. And that part that is serving you at this moment is important to detect and to draw the lesson for you. Sometimes the part, now I know what it means to be whacked up, so to speak, mentally, and not 100
Okay.
mentally. Now I know how it looks. There is certain experience we get through interacting with people, through connecting with
Mm-hmm.
people, through dealing with some sort of mental instability, right? And you're
Mm-hmm.
like, you get experience from that. And that is also
Mm-hmm.
maybe important for you to accumulate as a part of living, part of being here. So
Mm-hmm.
this whole idea, oh, it's their thing, I just want to, apart from it, yeah, you
Yeah.
have to save yourself from abuse and from
Yeah.
some sort of like discomfort. You have to separate yourself. But it didn't happen randomly, it didn't happen
Right.
by mistake. There is something there that you need to collect, sift,
Mm-hmm.
and just like, that was important for me to bring in into my world. or be more aware, or to be more alert, or to be more direct, or know how to stop it when I know this and this shows up again. Know how to just put my hand in front and learn to do that, which I didn't know how to do then.
Yeah.
There's something there I actually benefited. And it's important to take the benefits. If you truly want to be completely done, you have to collect all the benefits that this specific interaction gave you. Make sense?
I think so.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because a lot of people, by running away, they just want to forget. I don't want anything. I don't need anything. I just want to forget. It's not, it doesn't work
Yeah.
like that. Yes,
No,
physically
I
go
know.
away,
Yeah.
but mentally and emotionally do the sifting and do bring into yourself some sort of benefits.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good to see you. All right, everyone. I guess that's it. Somebody wrote thank you. Thank you for being here. Hope it was beneficial. Love you all.
Thank you very much.
Yes, we'll see you next month, I guess.
God
Bye,
willing.
everyone. God
Thank you,
willing.
Miriam.
Thank you.
Yes, my dear. Love you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, as always.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Very beneficial. Very
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Take care, guys.